The nation's capital, Washington, D.C. That's the setting for the Pacers. A power wing with the ambition to deliver on his vast potential. Benedict Mathurin, raring to go as they gear themselves up for the action in Capital One Arena. Pacers, Wizards is next. We're back in just a moment. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Filling the perimeter slots are Halliburton and Hield. Then it's P. Then it's Turner. And it's Nora in at the four-man position. And for the Wizards, they've got Kyle Kuzma. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Beal in at the two-guard. And opening day is here. So what are these players right now, Greg, feeling as they tip off this brand new season?
Mostly excitement. I mean, this is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Here's P. Turner trying to free himself up, and he gets it to go. P's got the opening basket of the game for the Pacers.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Right outside. Back to Kuzma. The pass to Wright. Out to the wing. Porzingis, it's a two. Doesn't go that time. So Indiana will take it the other way. Launches it. P with the bucket. P's got 5 points so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Gafford. And it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
A three-pointer is right on target. P's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Pacers. And there's no question Miles Turner is one of the NBA's best shot blockers.
Kevin, he's led the league multiple times in block shots. And if you look at his per-game averages, man, very impressive. I think he's put himself in the conversation for one of the most prolific shot blockers of all time if he can sustain it for a few more years.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Number 7 at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
The Pacers still looking to find their way a bit. Struggled last year in Rick Carlisle's return, but I think the future is bright. Ended up near the bottom of the Eastern Conference, but they've got some nice young pieces to build around.
He hits both from the stripe. Mark, you know about Indiana. The Pacers, a young team that's still looking for a leader.
Yeah, they're in growth mode right now. Clearly a team in transition, but that's not always bad. I mean, I love some of their young pieces, and I'm excited to see what this team can look like in a year or two.
And up the court come the Pacers on the break. P with the bucket. P's got 13 points.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Wright finds Gafford. Wizards passing it around. Wright looking around. Porzingis passes to Beal. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, the shot will not fall. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Driving in, and it goes down 2 points. And that's 15 points for P.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And let's briefly take a look at the stats for Kuzma. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 8 rebounds and 3 assists. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
Now here's Wright. Pass to Gafford. No good, unable to end this run. Pacers leading by 13. Tries it from the top of the key. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And that's 17 points for P. And it's Wright with the ball for Washington. Kuzma outside. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
The 11-footer. And he overshot that one, missing. Wizards trail by 15. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The Pacers have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Got that bucket in no time at all.
3-point field
P's
goal.
got 20.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. You got to like what B has done in this game.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
For the Wizards, Papias checked in for Daniel Gafford. Kisper comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Morris subbed in for Wright. And they get it back. It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Here's P. And the Pacers another 3.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Driving inside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Beal. The Pacers making the shot. Poked away. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Field goal.
28 points for him.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Beal. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Indiana controlling the game. 36 seconds left to play here in the first. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Pacers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Washington. And so he makes both from the line. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Beal. He's guarded closely. No good from 11 feet. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending.
Oh! Oh, man!
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Perfect soft touch there from Beal. He can be so delicate when needed. Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
And so it's Indiana leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll return shortly.
Let's make some noise for yours.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Indiana.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
On the court for Indiana. Filling the perimeter slots are Halliburton and Heel. And there's Jackson, then it's P, and it's Nora in at the 4 slot. Now here's Kispert, covered by Heel. Kuzma, after 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Well, you know, you've got to really appreciate DeLon Wright's relentless desire to get better. I mean, this guy is constantly trying to hone his craft.
Washington shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Indiana controlling the game. Here's P. He has 38 in the game. It's good from long range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Wright. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Isaiah Jackson.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
DeLon Wright.
He misses the free throw. Monte Morris is checked in for Kendrick Nunn. In Indiana with a change here, too. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for P. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points, and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And that finish sums up the whole game. They have a big lead due to execution on drives just like that.
He can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. They get a hand on it. Healed with it. Now right defender. Here's Halliburton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Nice job by Halliburton, showing you the toughness that time, going right into that defense and drawing the foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
That's good from Halliburton.
You love the seemingly endless energy that Halliburton gives his team. Always pushing himself to deliver his best effort on every play, every day.
Halliburton hits them both. And here is Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to right. Wizards passing it around. Now here's Kuzma. Back to right. Lets it go with a 3. Nwora grabs the board. Nwora's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's McConnell. And the rejection by Gafford. Kuzma outside. Shot on the wing. The Wizards with another miss. The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Halliburton, that's good. Halliburton's got 4 points this quarter.
Just excellent concentration there by Halliburton, not allowing the bump by the defense to throw him off his mark.
Kispert, the pass to Gafford. Morris outside. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. The rebound by Hield. And it's the Pacers' ball. They're on a 12-3 run.
A big part of 2 Sacramento blockbuster trades. Buddy Hield went from New Orleans to Sacramento in the DeMarcus Cousins trade.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. From 18 feet away, it's good. Kuzma's got 6. And Clark for Hield, 6 years later, he was part of the Kings-Pacers mega trade.
Yeah, Kevin, that one sent Domantas Sabonis to Sacramento. Hield showed his value as a player night in and night out in Sacramento, and that created the trade value that allowed him to be moved for good players. He's actually one of the best shooters you can find in the league, in my opinion.
Pacers foul.
Mark, when it comes to running the pick and roll, Monte Morris is more than capable, isn't he?
Yeah, Kevin, he's got such great feel and pace. See, that's what some young players don't understand. You can't go 100 miles an hour all the time. You got to play with pace as well as smarts, and he's got a really good feel for how to navigate those 2 areas well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Porzingis, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Avdia comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Kispert. And Beal subbed in for DeLon Wright.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Morris after Indiana gets the 3. Pass to Beal. Over Halliburton. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Beal's got his second bucket of the night.
And there's not an area on the floor where Beal can't do damage. He is a handful for any defense he goes up against. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
There's 53 seconds left here in the second. And the wide open shot from Morris. The three-pointer no good. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's P. That three off the mark. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Washington. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Beal with the block. Right wing. Nunn kicks to Beal. Back to Nunn. Driving to the basket. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Indiana out in front, delivering the blowout. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
DC family, a big round of applause for your Wizards.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Things were going Indiana's way from the beginning. They opened up the game knocking down shots and defending extremely well, going on a blazing 15-2 run. They delivered a real beatdown in the first quarter, ending with a whopping lead. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And over to Shaq now, your take on the Wizards.
The shooting percentage they allow was through the roof. The coach should absolutely be ripping into the defensive effort. They need to take some pride on the other end. Just lock it in, lock it in, lock it in.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
DC family,
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from P in this one.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Wright in at the point. And that's the group starting the second half for Wes Unseld Jr. Here's Porzingis. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
P, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Here's P, guarded by Wright. P, no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's P. Drops in the layup for 2. P's got 4 points in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
So it's Washington now. The Pacers making the shot. Wright finds Porzingis. And it's Beal in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Porzingis. Wright for 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Wizards making a switch here. Kispert's checked in. And a change for the Pacers. McConnell's checked in. Indiana's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Halliburton passes to McConnell. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Banked in off the glass.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Right, the pass to Beal. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Beal's got 6 points.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Halliburton for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
I think because Halliburton can knock down that 3 with regularity, you got to defend him closely at all times.
Back to Wright. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And they call an illegal screen here.
Hey, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Abdia's checked in for the Wizards. The Pacers also with a sub. He's checked in for T.J. McConnell.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had. You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
And Corey Kispert is going to pick up the foul.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. Kendrick Nunn, he's checked in for Washington.
Kendrick Nunn.
Here's P. No good on the quick 3.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Here's P. Defended by Nunn. Good, that's another bucket. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Fader on the way. That shot no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Abdia. Got a lot of room.
Tyrese Halliburton. First
trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Foul. At the line for Washington, Leonard Abdia. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And you know, the league this year opting not to schedule any games on election day, continuing to encourage people to vote. I love this. So folks, on Tuesday, November 8th, make sure to get to the polls or send in your ballot. You've got to make your voice heard and use the power of your vote.
Good on both. Here's P. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Fires the 3.
2 minutes.
He's off on that one. And Washington the other way now. 1:56 left to play in the third. Jacks up a 3. Gets it to go. That one good from Nunn.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
You know we have to see that great Mobile One drive one more time.
He's been a huge factor in this game, and drives like that show how valuable he is on the floor.
Morris passes to Abdia. Back to Morris. It's rebounded by Indiana.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
He no good. And so it's none with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. The baseline J. Again, the Wizards good for two.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Turner trying to free himself up. Another bucket. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Nunn passes to Morris. Tipped away. And a fast break now for the Pacers. He with the bucket.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
There's Beal with the three. And again, Washington with the triple.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Beal. Washington's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and the opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for the Pacers. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Nunn kicks to Morris. From outside, off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Mathurin makes it off the glass.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Jackson is out there with Nesmith. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Daniel Tice. And it's Mathurin in its shooting guard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And with the internet and social media, players Clark have so much more ability to engage with the public and be heard. Is that important?
Kevin, anytime you can empower folks to share their voice, their stories, and be authentic in their own way, I think that's a positive. player empowerment is something that social media avails, not only to players, but I think to everybody. It doesn't just bring attention to the game, but also causes and commitments players have to their respective communities and issues that are going on in the world. So I think it can be far more good than bad when you think about the platform of social media.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
But beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
He's checked in for T.J. McConnell. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Gill the pass to Gibson. And there's the pass to Gill. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And you know, it's a bonus to have big men who pass it like this. Gibson, solid instincts there.
From downtown, they get the rebound. Pass to P. Fires the three. And no good that time. And the Wizards now going the other way. Kispert with it. Out guarded by Hield. To the wing on the left. Here's Goodwin. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. P's got 4 rebounds in this game. That's tipped. And Kispert over to help. Halliburton for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Really smooth looking jumper there by Halliburton, making the most of that opportunity to score the ball.
Pass to Kispert. And here is Goodwin. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Now, none. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's P. He got it again. Sensational.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Goodwin kicks to none. Passes it to Gill. Nice ball movement by Washington. Gibson in the post. Turner covering. Gibson dishes to Kispert. Good D by Hield. For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. P passes to Halliburton. Hield outside. Here's Nwora. He's covered by Gill. Nwora can't get it to go. And it's Goodwin with the ball for the Wizards. To the inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
He no good.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And the Wizards making a change here. Davis is checked in, so an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Kicks to Goodwin. Gibson against Turner. No good from Gibson.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Outside for Davis. Three-pointer on the way. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Here's Duarte. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Duarte's got his first points of the night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Davis with it. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 5. Goodwin. And again, Washington no good. And here's Indiana. They're on a 12-4 run right now. A nice shot by Neesmith. Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Indiana's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. The second chance effort, and the layup good by Smith.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Indiana.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for P.
Well, I like the ferocity on defense now. He was constantly putting himself in the path of steals and coming up with them, too.
And Gibson kicks to Goodwin. And the three off target. Here's Hill. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Taj Gibson picks one up.
Really terrific work from Hill. Angling his body perfectly on the shot and forcing the defense to act.
At the line.
Abdiaz checked in for Washington. Both free throws good from Hill. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now, here's Avdia.
Pacers foul. Jalen Smith. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Washington, Anthony Kerr. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Gill hits them both. Here's Indiana now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And Gibson kicks to Avdia. Back to Gibson. Here's Goodwin. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on